Hello, in this video we're gonna perform a game test on the Honor 200 Smart and the Redmi Note 14S. Alright, so let's begin. So for this test we're gonna perform, I'm gonna play the PUBG Mobile for a while, and we will see which phone provides better FPS, better performance, which one is more comfortable to lay and to hold in the hands for a longer time, and let's begin. Okay, so let's begin on the Redmi Note 14S. Let me simply select the game mode. I'm gonna select the training room, and now we will see how does it look like. I might also increase the brightness a little bit. Okay, and now let's wait until our map loads. Alright, we are in the game right now. Let me also open up the settings and show you the graphics. So in the beginning I will select the better frame rate, as you can see, and we'll play a little bit and see how does it look like. Also this phone has the game mode, which is right in here. I'm also gonna adjust the brightness. It's right in here. You might not see it on the camera, but you just need to simply swipe, perform that kind of move, and now the game turbo mode appears. In here we can perform a boost by clicking on that button. Okay, and now we can see the FPS meter. We can also see that before we had 42 FPS, now we have 90, sorry, not 96 but 60. I think it's not possible to get above 60. I think it's locked on this device. Also, if you click on the performance settings, I selected the frame rate priority for now, and later we're gonna change those settings for the quality. So as I play the game and as I'm running on the map, also when I'm shooting, the phone still provides the good quality and the performance. Maybe if there's something a lot going on the screen, you can see that sometimes the FPS drops below. So now I'm gonna simply drop a full auto, and I'm gonna quickly see how many FPS we have. Alright, you can see that sometimes it drops below 60, for example, to the level of 50s or 40s, more like 50s. Of course you should know that, because when a lot of action is going on the screen at the same time, a lot of shooting, explosions and that kind of stuff, the FPS might drop from time to time when something like this happens. But for example, when it comes to the holding and playing on this device, it's really comfortable to hold this device. It's not that big. Also the thickness is accurate for a playthrough. Of course this phone wasn't designed to play games. It doesn't provide 120 FPS or 120 FPS refresh rate in the games, such as PUBG, which is not a game for low quality phones. But you can see when we have the performance mode enabled and the frame rate mode enabled in options of the PUBG, this game is of course playable. I think you can easily play that game, and you shouldn't have any lags. Now let me change the graphics into the better graphics right in here. I'm gonna now click on apply, and in the game center I'm gonna click on performance settings and select the picture priority. Okay, but now still, as you can see, we have 60 FPS from what our phone tells us. For now it dropped below 50s. As you can see, when I'm standing still, the FPS are still on the level of 60s, but of course it's going to drop when a lot of action is going on the screen, or for example when you're moving your camera pretty fast, like that. Of course now the FPS will drop, so you should have that in mind and remember about it. But also on the better graphics settings and the picture mode, this game is also playable. It looks also better than on the performance mode, but the FPS drops might be simply bigger than on the performance mode. Also, when it comes to the heating of the device, I think you might actually see the temperature in here, but no, you can't. But the phone is not heated up. It's pretty cold actually. It might also increase its temperature, for example, when you're playing for a few hours. But for now, it's simply cold and it's not, burning your hands. All right. So now I'm gonna launch the PUBG on the Honor, and we will see the difference. All right, and now we will launch the training on the Honor. So let me do it quickly. All right, training ground. Let's begin. Also, I'm gonna adjust the brightness a little bit. Okay, now it should be fine, I hope. Now let's wait until it gets loaded. Okay. Now also I'm gonna open up the settings and let's begin just like in the previous phone with the better frame rate. And in here also we have the game mode, but in here unfortunately we cannot see the FPS. I don't know why, it's dumb. I have selected the game mode, as you can see, and now when it comes to the FPS, I think it's practically the same. We also still have 60 as we are running normally on the ground. Of course the FPS might drop, for example when you are using your camera pretty fast, or for example when you are simply shooting. So let me take some weapon and run a little bit. So as you shoot, now I can feel and see on the screen that the FPS sometimes drop. That's of course because that I'm shooting a lot of rounds per second. A lot of things is going on the screen. For example, also I think when we throw a smoke grenade, the FPS might drop, but I don't know where those grenades are. And I also don't know, can you grab them or where they are? Let me actually find them. Maybe they are somewhere in here, but I don't think so. But yeah, as you are shooting and moving, the FPS might drop. But when it comes to to holding the device, it's really comfortable. The phone is almost the same size, I think, just like the Redmi, so it lies pretty comfortable in the hand. It's light, and yeah, also the placement. You can easily play the game. You have access to all buttons, and that's how it looks like. Now let's change the graphics into the better graphics. Right in here, click on apply. Alright, and also in the game mode I'm gonna select the balanced, or actually I'm gonna leave the game mode. Okay. Now when it comes to the performance, I think it's still pretty okay, but now the FPS might drop even more than they were on the normal mode than on the performance mode, I mean. So as I'm moving, the FPS is still okay. Of course, now the game looks better than it was before. But yeah, of course, everything depends on what's going on the screen, how many players are nearby you, and how many rounds are being shot at the same time. But I would say that in both of the phones, the result is that we have a tie. Of course, that's not phones that are created for gaming, but I think when it comes to playing the PUBG, they should handle it. Alright, that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.